the sun always shines with a heart full of wisdom. These got stories that burn from the streets of Manila down to Timbuktu. He's giving you the real talk show life as it's true. Sunshine, shoulders on the ground. He's got committed with some boots on the ground. He's keeping real, showing just how you feel. He's helping people find their way. In the bay, in the city states, you're tuning every day. Listen to what he's gotta say. Lessons he's sharing, they found in books. Life in the tropics, they said to look. Wisdom that he's spreading, speaking like glue. Follow his channel, you'll learn a thing or two. Sunshine, shoulders on. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're joining me from. Thank y'all so much for stopping by the live stream again. Shout out to Jacob, Tanjay, and Michael Beat Your Life, man. Thank y'all for what you do for the channel. All my old heads, there's Doubtful Genius. All my members, what's up, Jeffrey Tatter? He said, give us what you got today, Cal. Happy pre-Independence Day. Hey, thank you, brother. You know I'm going to give it to you like only I can. What's up, W? Secrets to Success? What times it travels? Any new viewers and subscribers joining us for the first time today, thank y'all so much and welcome. And also, anybody catching this on live stream. Now, today's topic is, are older men being abused overseas? Are older men traveling overseas being abused? I think that's the elephant in the room we don't talk about. More and more older gentlemen are getting out of the rat race. They're going overseas looking for love, happiness, just a better way of life, but are they being taken advantage of? Let's talk about elder abuse today, among other things. The peso is 58.84. It just won't, it keeps peaking at that 59 and then it runs back for cover. What's up, Blizzard Abroad? Yeah, Booby we're taking them to the beach this week. What's up, Eric? He said, nice, my first live since I subbed. Hey, Cal, thanks for what you do. Hey, I appreciate it. You know, I just want to kind of talk a little bit about some things. 3 typhoons are expected in the Philippines this month. Actually, for the next, let's see, July, August, September, and October, there's at least 3 typhoons that are expected each month. Then 2 in November, 2 in December. They're saying anywhere from 13 to 16 typhoons, tropical typhoons. These are the wet ones, guys, the ones that will really wreak havoc on the country. But that's Pagasa. And I wanted to read to y'all what that Pagasa stands for. It's the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration. Remember, there's a lot of paperwork over here, and that goes to show you, but this El Nino, man, La Nina rather, is really going to be tough, man. So if you have plans to come to the Philippines, man, prepare yourself. If you're already over here, be prepared. Hey, what's up, TJ? Said hitting hard resistance at 59.05. Wouldn't be surprised to see that continue until the Fed does its last rate cut for the year. Yeah, I'd like to see it hit 59. He said, great post with Retired 2019. We don't know how much time we have. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. If you're a member of the channel, I did a great interview, man, of hope, faith, and courage with Retired 2019. Herbert Walker. he wanted to tell his story to members only. I would have loved to put that out there on my regular YouTube, but I'm going by his wishes. But it's a great story, man. You know, here's a guy who was living just the good life, man. Single, not married, no children, retired early, traveling the country, and then he's hitting the head with a sledgehammer. Quit running in and out, booby. Go in and out. Which one? Are you in or out? Take care. And he gets that diagnosis, man. Guys, wow. He said, bro, the weather in the Philippines was brutal. Went to Buda, rained like crazy. Went to Surigao, rained like crazy. Came back to the Val, and wouldn't you know it? Yeah, we're having storms here. He said, I need to watch it. Been busy lately. Yeah, I tell you, man, my heart goes out to guys like that. But we need more people like him, because y'all will listen to somebody like that who's basically been to the top, man, and you know, life tries to slam you down to the bottom. But if anybody can make it, man, he's got the right attitude. He said, yeah, they had me taking a hard look in the mirror. He's got some pretty profound stuff in there about going to the doctor, because that's why men don't go to the doctor. We're afraid of what we're going to find out. He's saying go, because what you might find out could save your life. But I was glad that he shared his story, because he kept coming on here talking about he was diagnosed with cancer, but he never went in any detail what he did. And, you know, that's the type of the vlogs we need. You know, the 30,000, you know, we always talk about that on my channel. You know how much money you got in the bank. You don't know how much time you got left. Do it now, man. Throw away the shit list and make your bucket list, man. What are you waiting for? I don't get it, guys. I really don't get it. Maybe it's not for me to get. My decision to come here is looking better and better. I mean, at least I'm finally doing something for myself. Because we get into all that rhetoric, you know, about being the provider, protector, the maintainer, but we don't do anything for ourselves. Next thing you know, what we do, is that what Les Brown said? You know, you go to school, get a good job, get married, raise a family, then you die. That's no way to live. He's actually from North Carolina, retired 2019 years, and he's down in Florida getting his treatment. But yeah, let's talk about this elder abuse. Nobody ever talks about that. I'm sure it's going on over here with a lot of men when they come over here. What is elder abuse? I want to make it clear. This is from the WHO, okay? The World Health Organization. But let me read this first. W Secrets to Success. He said, retired 2019 story hit home for me. That's why I'm looking to get off the work grind and enjoy the rest of my life. Yeah, imagine, I'm going to say this because I don't want to give that interview up. I want y'all to watch it. But he said he's so happy he retired at 57, which was 4 years ago. And he was able to travel around, do everything he wanted to do, because had he stayed on until he was 61 and then got the diagnosis, he'd have killed himself. He'd have felt cheated. You know, you got to go with your gut, man. I did the same thing at 55. I went with my gut. He left a lot of money on the table. So did I. But you can't spend money in the graveyard, guys. They don't accept cash. He said, I go to the doctor regularly and get a prostate exam, too, to stay on top of things. I just need to exercise like Calvin. I just exercise like Jabraz. Some guy was telling me, he said, man, you encouraged me to start working out again. He said, I'm doing a little at a time. I said, that's all it takes, man. Baby step. Just get out and walk around the block. I mean, that's a good start. We don't do nothing, though. We don't do nothing. We keep putting it off. And next thing you know, we're overweight. He said, when I leave here, I'm going to Thailand to get a full physical. I don't trust the U.S. health system. Well, he said something else. He said, you're your number one health advocate, not the doctor, not the healthcare system, Frank. You know when something's wrong with you. Okay, you got to get checked out. Okay, he put it out for a little while. He was experiencing some symptoms. He knew. Hey, Digital Aqua Nomad, what's up, Cos? He said, Uncle Cal, keep spitting content. You'll keep me 100, man. Stay prosperous. I enjoy when you talk about prosperity and abundance mindset. This is the only way to live life. It is. To be honest with you, we become what we think about, guys. So be careful what you think about, because your thoughts become things, the good thoughts and the bad ones. Go and watch that 7-minute video by Mike Dooley, man, and thank me now. It'll change your life, man, if you're ready for that sort of teachings, man. Yeah, he said that's a good one. They don't accept cash. No. He said, crew, 45 plus, get that colonoscopy too. He said, once I sell this monstrosity of a house, I'm out. I hear you. But what is elder abuse? Okay, here's what the World Health Organization says. Elder abuse is a single now, or repeated act or lack of appropriate action occurring within any relationship where there is an expectation of trust, which causes harm or distress to an older person. See, more and more guys older people are coming overseas, man, and we're putting ourselves in harm's way, guys. We just don't know it because elder abuse is significantly underreported. People are embarrassed, you know, they don't want to get the other person in trouble. A lot of people are in denial. And then we won't notice it anyway. We won't report it either because we want to stay out of somebody's business. Okay. But I asked this question, the first question I've got. Is Southeast Asia really a better place for Asian men than assisted living and nursing homes? You know, it sounds better. You know, a lot of this rhetoric is getting men fucked up over here. A lot of these young women over here, man, they're not capable to take care of taking care of you. They can't take care of themselves. But you're placing your life in their hands. Because you hear that stuff, man, I'd rather be over there with a young Filipino, a Thai woman, or Vietnamese woman than in some damn nursing home with Big Shirley. But is that really better for you? Are you getting better care? Okay, this is what we want to talk about today. Okay, here's some crazy statistics from the WHO. 1 in 6 people 60 years and older experience some form of abuse in community settings, meaning in your house, because that's who's abusing us, not strangers. Friends, families, loved ones, people we live with, somewhere close around. Okay, during the past year, it said. Okay, not over the lifetime. And then that this is worldwide. This is the World Health Organization. It says 1 in 10 people over 65. That's a lot of people. You know, what constitutes elder abuse? Let's talk about that. Physical abuse, obviously. The number one abuse is emotional abuse. That's the number one abuse that seniors suffer. And you know you're getting it over here. Second is financial abuse, almost to the point of financial devastation. That's happening, guys. We're making light of it. We're laughing and joking with guys about tricking off their money and giving it away. It's really financial abuse when you're sending money over here Okay, I mean, you giving all your money away. Psychological abuse, sexual abuse, neglect. You know, when you lose your sense of dignity and respect, man, when you're being disrespected, that's abuse. But a lot of us, man, our self-esteem is so low, we don't even think we deserve respect. Okay, we have no dignity. Hey, thanks, Stephen McBride. He says, for the super chat, I won't be selfish, but I got two daughters in college and a dad who is slowing down, 84. Wife passed away 8 months ago. Wow, man. Our sincerest condolences. I don't have to work, but sometimes it's impossible to get off the wheel. Yeah, it's the, you know, that's a decision you have to make. Is it really impossible? You know, so you're paying for the college tuition of your children, I guess. That's what you're saying. Because where there's a will, there's a way. And certain circumstances keep you tied down, but you still can do things for yourself at home, Stephen. You know, you can't make your life about other people. What about you? This is the question we have to ask ourselves. You know, even Jill Biden is been, and I learned this afterwards, after I came up with this topic, guys. Jill Biden is being accused of elder abuse when it comes to her husband, Joe Biden. She sees where he's struggling and he really needs to pull out of the race, but she's encouraging him to keep going for her selfish reasons. Now, this is in the paper. This isn't coming from me. You know, they're in denial about his situation. That's elder abuse, man. When you're thinking, you're not taking the appropriate action to help the senior get better or whatever it is. The appropriate action would be, hey, withdraw from the race, Joe. Okay, do what's best for the American people. Okay, go ahead, man. You're 82 years old. You've done all you can, man. Go ahead and relax, man. You're in the golden years. He's living on any time. He's past his 30,000 already because you really get 28,835 days. He's well beyond that, man. What more can we expect from him? He doesn't need to do any more. But it's the rhetoric. And then you got the media, okay, that's going along with him. They're hiding stuff, man. They're not really telling you what's going on up there. They're not asking the tough questions. They're in cahoots, okay? They're deceiving the public, man. Yeah, he's living on any time. But instead, people just won't do the right thing anymore. Yeah, she wants to keep him. They're accusing her, not me, of being power hungry because, of course, she's on Vogue magazine cover in a $7,000 suit. You know, draw that man out. I mean, sit his ass down. James Mack says, when you're old, it's time to get skinny because before you show up late and rest in your health, be in shape to get through the tough times, just like Money in the Bank. I believe that's what helped retired 2019. He was in great health before he got sick. He had lost 40 pounds, I believe he said. Yeah, he lost 40 pounds before he got sick. He was walking 10 to 15,000 steps a day. Man, that's a lot. Because, hell, most days I try to do 10,000. That's a long way, guys. But, yeah, this elder abuse, man, and it's expected to increase. Because, according to the WHO, many countries are experiencing rapidly aging populations. In America, for sure, I work with seniors and older Americans, and the fastest growing segment of the population in America is 85 plus, believe it or not. Look it up if you don't believe me. Yes, he wants to keep him on the hamster wheel. But that's elder abuse. It says a single or repeated act or lack of appropriate action occurring within any relationship where there's an expectation of trust, which causes harm or distress to an older person. She even went on at a rally and said he did an extremely good job at that debate. That's a bold-faced lie, man. It's the worst debate performance probably in the history. But that's a perfect example of elder abuse right there. But many men coming overseas, Thailand, Philippines, they're getting abused, guys. We're going to talk about it today because y'all know I talk about stuff like this. You know, more and more of us are traveling abroad. Okay, and so we become prime candidates for elder abuse. Let's look at some of this stuff. You know, how many of us are being abused? It's hard to say. He said, it happened to me. I lost a lot of weight, had a lot of tests done, finding out I have IBS and gastritis, fellas. He said, get checked out. What's up? He said, most of the Supreme Court would perish if enclosed in a small room with a strong enough fart. So people it's time to revise the system. That's right. But how many people are even getting abused? There's no way of telling. It's unreported. We don't want to get involved in people's business. They're in denial. They'll fight you tooth and nail and saying they're not being abused. But when you're being sucked out of all your money and finances at this stage of your life, guys, you're old. You're older. You're not 30 and 40 years younger like your man tells you. A lot of people are, because I'm going to talk about the risk. Who's at risk? They need help with their activities of daily living, putting on their clothes, taking a bath and all that. I would rather my family do that for me or some professionals getting paid to do that for me than some stranger who expects to be paid and compensated for that from your money, not your insurance. Because that's something else Retired 2019 said. Man, it's a powerful video. If you're a member of my channel and you haven't watched it, you go watch that video. He's talking about you better have insurance. And when we come over here, we relinquish our insurance. He said cancer can cost you millions of dollars. He said you better have your money right. But what do? We relinquish all that. We give it away when we come overseas. He said, I already saw it here with my brother, with my mother visiting. She was taken advantage of way more than me. Yeah, it's true, guys. But if you suspect somebody's being taken advantage of and you want to get involved, just go to the local authorities, mainly the barangay. That's what they're saying. But here's some things that happen to you when you suffer elder abuse. Premature death, number one. Cognitive decline, that means your memory lost. You're confused. Financial devastation. How many of us have to go through that before we realize, man, we're suffering from elder abuse over here, overseas, not just in the Philippines. How many people have to go through that? How many stories do I have to tell? Even if I just tell one story, man, but I got many. I don't even tell them anymore. Okay, because it's a double-edged sword. Some guys would say, that's why I do the 360. Oh, you're a fool for giving away all your money or whatever it is. And then some guys say, I'm helping over here. But how many people have been on Rapi twofold? Now, when you go on there, it's abuse. They want their money back. They've been scammed, or they feel they've been scammed. How many people have to go through that before you realize it's going on over here, guys? We're older. Most of the guys I see over here, I'm not talking about myself. We're talking about in the late 60s, 70s, and 80s. Their best days are behind them. Okay, they're being taken advantage of, okay? Now, who runs the risk? Like I said, functional dependency, when you need somebody else to help you with your daily activities of living. cooking your food, everything. You're dependent on somebody else. See, if I was in that situation, I don't know, would I come over here? Okay. He said you can't get that money back if you openly gave it away according to the law. Yeah, but I'm just saying, a lot of guys on twofold, they feel they've been abused, financially abused, because that's what happened. I was talking to a guy online today, and he has a disability, and I was like, it doesn't matter, man. They all want us for the same reason, a better life. Okay, don't let that disability, your insecurities rather, hold you back. Because he's talking about he can't get a woman, he doesn't want to come over here and be lonely and all that, right? But I'm just saying, that's why they want you. They want us all for the same reason. 18 to 80 blind, crippled, or crazy. But some guys are being taken advantage of. I've seen guys, man, I can show you 5 people right here in San Carlos City right now. They do not come out of their house. If they do, the woman's with them. They're under her control. Okay, she's a caretaker situation. All right, but then I could take you to Cebu and show you 5 younger guys. Most of these guys are in their early 40s, early to mid 40s, early 50s. They still got all their faculties, and I can show you that they're living the time of their lives. They're not being taken advantage of. But it's just something I want to bring up because nobody wants to talk about it. We think that the Philippines is just one big party over here, and the challenges that older men face don't exist. They exist over here, man. They exist over here. But poor physical health. If you're not being taken care of, or you can't take care of yourself, the channels on here you can watch that you see. Okay? That if I were them, I would not be here. I'd be somewhere where my insurance is working. Okay? But if you talk to those people, they'll tell you they're not being abused. It's neglect. That's part of it. Okay, poor mental health. Okay, man, I feel sorry for a lot of these guys. That's why I talk about this stuff. This is real stuff. Well, how do you know that? He said elder men who go to the Philippines don't have a relationship with their families. That's not true 100%. That's not true 100%. These are men in the 60s, 70s, 80s. They've raised their families and all that. They've got friends. But remember, if we got mental health problems, you're not going to think you got mental health problems. You're not going to think there's anything wrong with you going 8,000 miles on the other side of the earth, putting your life in the hands of a young woman who can't take care of herself, who may be on drugs. Okay, I'm going to tell you the people who are more likely to commit elder abuse over here. Y'all going to learn today, okay? They have caregiver stress. First of all, dealing with our old asses over here, that's a lot of stress. Wiping your behind, cooking, cleaning up behind you, putting on your clothes, doing all of that stuff for you, just dragging you around through the mall and everything else, just all the things that's probably going through this young girl's mind create stress, okay? And she's probably going to say, he's going to pay me. I'm going to, he's going to pay me, okay? Drug and alcohol abuse. You have no idea who you're dealing with over here. You just show up over here. You don't know if the woman, you like thin women, but you don't know that the thin women, because she's thin because of the shabu. Financial problems. Hell, they all got financial problems. But these are the people who are more likely to commit elder abuse. Remember, I told you the story of the Chinese American. He was an American citizen. He was 71 years old or 72, I can't remember, but his Filipino wife was 30. She killed him. Her and the ex-boyfriend. That's elder abuse, man. He had given away all his life savings to the woman, and She asked him for something else, and he said no. Well, hell, they killed him. Financial problems, and other personal problems. These are people who are more likely to commit elder abuse. I know of people over here who the locals had to take care of them because the Filipino wife left them. They ran out of money, whatever it is, but left them for dead. And the man died not soon after that. I'm not blaming everybody. I'm just saying that, are we being abused overseas? I say, yeah, we are. Probably more, okay, than you realize. Especially the neglect part. I mean, we're just so crazy, man. You're thinking, your man is telling you you're 30 and 40 years younger. What happens if you do catch up with the young woman? Then what? What are you going to do? You're not going to do anything. Hey, Alpina, he says, hey, greetings, sunshine. I'm posted up in Patia. Just got back from a walk, man. Wow. I'm saying that expats are being abused, not only here in the Philippines, around the world. I didn't say it. I'm just saying that if who says 1 out of 6 men and women who are 60 and over have experienced some form of elder abuse in the last year, 10% of people 65 and older. That's worldwide. That would include people over here, yeah. I don't know if it's widespread. That's what I said. There's no true numbers because it's significantly underreported. Because they don't want to get the people in trouble. They're in denial. They're embarrassed. Of course it's happening, man. Hey, thank you. I love the China. I hadn't hit 58,000 when I got up this morning. I think I was at 989 or something. He said, how's rainy season treating you? He said, brother Cal, what's up, Mo? He said, men are being emasculated. We suffer from reputation destruction, innuendo, and gossip. It's a form of character assassination by aggressive women who they claim domestic violence. Yeah, for money. Yeah, that's elder abuse. As far as I'm concerned, especially if you're 60 and older. They consider seniors 60 and older. But is it happening overseas? I think it is. Some of these stories that you see, these men have been abused. Okay? They're in this situation for a reason. Somebody's taken all their money, all their resources, and just left them over here to die. And a lot of times, the people who are at risk, remember, if you're dependent on other people, you got mental problems, you got disabilities, you put yourself at risk of being abused over here. I would say check in on people, man. If you think somebody's being abused, check in on them, but do it unexpectedly. Just show up one day, okay? If you don't think they're being taken care of, because a lot of guys over here, man, they don't have the fairy tale life that they think they're going to have when they get here. I'm going to talk about that on the video, man. Is this the promised land? Are we leading men to the promised land in the Philippines? Or are we leading them to slaughter? I guess it just depends on who you are. But I want to ask this question and be honest. What's up, Mike Dawsonville? Said you're making a lot of sense, brother. I'm just asking a question, Mike. We having a conversation. Is the young woman you're dealing with over here, is she really capable of taking good care of you? Does she have that ability to do it? Are you just giving her that title? You're just giving her that, you know what I'm saying? Is she really capable of taking care of you? She can't take care of herself. You put your life in her hands. That's the question I want to ask you. Are you really better off over here? I don't know the answer. I'm asking. Because you hear videos like that all the time where men say that. I would rather be here with a young, beautiful Filipino woman, or Thai woman, or whatever it is, taking care of me than Big Shirley in the nursing home or assisted living facility. But are you really better off, man? Let's talk about this. Really talk about it. Because that rhetoric could kill you. He said Gen Z life expectancy is around 100 years old. Not the way they're living. Hell, a lot of these Gen Zs are getting killed. Blizzard, bro, look up Louisville, Kentucky, and see how many of them Gen Zers are getting killed every damn day. He says, I'm still tight with my family. When I was in the military, I learned to juggle family and separation. Well, that's one of the things we were talking about on my last live stream. Stay in touch with your family. Or are you staying in touch with your family? That's a good way to succeed over here. Yeah, he said, money is the root of all evil, or the lack of money. Okay, because if you got a lot of money, you're probably not going to be doing a whole lot of crazy stuff, but a lack of money makes you take them chances. He said 4M is basically elder abuse. It is. They're waiting around for you to die, okay? They're not trained to be able to take care of you. And after a while, they'll get sick of you. They'll get sick of that. They'll say, at some point, it's going to hit them. I'm 25. I should be out here ripping and running, having the time of my life, not looking after some sick old man, making sure he takes his medication. You'll get guys on here, and they'll brag about that. Oh, she makes sure I take my medication. Take your own damn medication, fool. You don't need a woman to tell you to do that. You bragging about that. Sitting around feeding you hog head cheese sandwiches, and you already overweight. You already got type 2 diabetes, and she's stuffing you up, with Cokes and stuff. What's up, King B Stacker? And y'all think she's taking good care of me. He said 2 60-year-olds can be decades apart in youth and ambition. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about on my video. The Philippines will rejuvenate the willing, but you got to be willing. You can't just come over here and expect they're going to give you a magic potion at the airport for you to drink. You got to go get over here and put in the work if you expect the results. But y'all got these women taking care of y'all. They can't even take care of themselves. He said, serious, Unc, them Nigerians be doing our elders dirty, and then they flee back to their own country. I knew a lady who had her assisted living home shut down because of her workers' damn dirt. Is that what you're saying? It's happening all over the world, so you expect it to happen here. If a woman shows up, they get bright ideas over here. Okay? You're going to pay me for changing your damn diapers every damn day, and it's going to cost you more and more. He said that's the reason the large age gap can be detrimental. It can be. But we're not in any position, I'm not anyway, to tell a man who to fool with. But I'm saying, if you're going to come over here, I don't care how old the woman is, if she got financial problems, which they all do, the ones we deal with, that's one of the reasons people abuse you. And financially abuse you too. But if you're coming over here and you can't take care of yourself, you're solely dependent on somebody else, man. I don't know. I don't think I'd come. I don't think I'd come. What's up, Alexander? Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. I didn't even know I hit it. He said more like a promised nightmare. But it depends on the person. Because some guys do come over here and gain traction. And they do everything they're supposed to do. They're basically in good health, good mental capacity. They still take care of themselves. And they're not going to let anybody take advantage of them, abuse them. Not knowingly. But when it comes to finances, man, a lot of us are being taken advantage of. You know, love don't pay the rent in the Philippines either. You 70, 80, 90 years old coming over here looking for love, man. You know, be careful. Love don't pay the damn rent over here either. Sure don't pay it where you from. He said she's taking care of me so far. Well, you don't need her to take care of you. You can take care of yourself. Hey, what's up, Shelby and Wendy from Michigan? Send best regards to you and your family. I plan to build a retirement home in the Philippines. My wife owns. Can't wait, only 4 years ago. Man, I hope y'all make it. Because that's a great plan right there. He said, do they mostly come for sex or love, in your opinion? Sex. The ones who can still have sex. Because sex and love is not the same. Sex is more powerful. It's the most powerful emotion we've got. You mix it with love and you get a bunch of fools then. But yeah, sex. Everybody knows that, Bruce. And I hope you don't take that back over to that other channel and say, oh, Calvin said that they coming for sex. I know who you are, Bruce. I be lurking in these other channels. But of course, it's sex. Hey, Retard 19, there he is. Thanks for that interview, man, because it helped me. He said, yeah, when I told man when she complains about cooking, cleaning, you want me to do more, start paying some bills. Yeah, but the thing is, they'll get tired after a while, man. If you can still do some things on your own, do them. Don't sit back, man. They got something called caretaker stress. Yeah. She'll resent you for that stuff. Who does he think he is? I got to do this and all that. You know, we're painting a rosier picture, man, than what really exists over here. These are human beings. Okay, these aren't robots. Okay, don't get that twisted. Okay, don't think they really like doing everything for you. There's a price you're paying for that. Okay? He said Gen Z are spreading HIV, chlamydia, and other STDs at an alarming rate. Yeah, they're getting killed at an alarming rate and killing each other. I was watching, man, a very popular YouTuber. Her and her boyfriend broke up. And I'd be damned if she didn't step out in front of a train, man. 21 years old, beautiful woman. He went back to Australia, the boyfriend, because they had a channel together at first. About 500,000 subscribers and, you know, traveling all over the world, basically. And they split up, man. She went into depression and she stepped in front of a damn train and killed herself. Let me cut this speak off. And Gen Z, man, they soft, man. They weak. The world be in a hell of a shape if they do live to be 100. But, you know, that's really not a blessing, guys. You know, y'all think it's a blessing living that long. What's up, Mike Dawsonville? Thanks for that super chat. He said, happy 58,000 subs, brother. You deserve it. Man, I appreciate it. I didn't even know I had. I was close, but, you know, I really am proud of my base of subscribers and followers. That's what makes my channel. It's not that 55,000, Mike. It's probably the 3,000 that tune in, you know, religiously to my blogs, you know, and then another 10% of them on my live streams and stuff. Because most of these people probably never even watch my channel, but it is an accomplishment. I never dreamed that I would even get 1,000. Man, let alone 58,000. Y'all know my story. YouTube owed me $53 or whatever it was, but hell, they changed the rules. I thought, well, I'm just get on here, make a few videos, and so I can get my $100. That's my payout. And I'm gonna be done with it. Shit, YouTube had changed the algorithm. You need 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch time hours, guys. You can get 1,000 subscribers. Good luck with that 4,000 watch time hours. They'll have to watch your content around the clock, 24 hours a day. That's tough to do, man. He said, remember, nothing is free. Yes, nothing's free. See, I so badly want to do the video about, and I'll probably do it for my members on my Patreon, about how these women will grow to despise you. They will grow to resent you. A lot of times they do. Because every time they look at you, you remind them of their present circumstances. And they're trying to get you to spend that away. You don't have enough money to wipe away low self-esteem and all that stuff. You know, and they'll wonder to themselves, you know, why wasn't I born somewhere else under better circumstances? And they'll make you pay for it. You won't even know it. There's something behind that shit-eating grin a lot of times. Not all of them, but enough of them, man. But I don't want to do the video because I don't want to be misinterpreted. They'll make it seem like I'm talking about all Filipinos, and I'm not. But some of these women, every time they wake up and see you laying in their bed, they're mad. Okay, they don't want to bend over backwards for you. They don't want to do all that stuff. They want a normal life too, like everybody else. He said, I hear you, but then she gets pissed when I do stuff for myself. Like you said, a double-edged sword. Man, yeah. He said, I hear HIV is getting bad in Val and also in Mandawi City, adjacent to Cebu and Lapu-Lapu. Kind of sucks for those who want to sleep around. Well, it's mainly men who are catching it, gay men, drug users, same as everywhere else. I mean, if you're not into all that foolishness, you probably don't have anything to worry about. Remember, men are basically the carriers. Look this stuff up, man. Don't take my word for it. It's easy for us to transfer it through our semen. Okay, but if a woman has it and you screwing her in the behind or whatever it is, and you know, you see them microscopic cuts, it can get to you through that. But the reason women are growing so fast as for having HIV is because we're giving it to them. If it was the other way around, we would be getting, our numbers would be growing. The gay men, 85%, I was just reading about this in the Philippines, because the Philippines is under HIV AIDS epidemic right now. Been for some years now. But most of the people who are being infected are gay men and drug users, you know, intravenous drug users. Well, I guess they're after the millennials, right? Is it Gen X, then millennials, then Gen Z? Hey, thanks, Eric. I appreciate your support. Yeah, Gen X. I'm a baby boomer. Yeah, he said 12 to 27. These are the ones getting killed. I mean, really. It's like crazy, man. John Thomas said, this is a hell of a discussion, Professor. It's bad enough to be in your own country being abused, but you do have some recourse. But to be 8,000 miles away with strangers in Asia is another thing. Or in Europe, or wherever it is. But some of us are more at risk of being abused, John, than others. That's what I'm saying. If you know that your mental health is not all that, you got disabilities, You're dependent on other people solely for your activities of daily living. You got poor physical health. Why would you travel 8,000 miles away? I mean, it's your life. Remember, you got that 28,835 days to live. You can do whatever you want to do, but it puts you at a greater risk. Okay, and one of the big reasons people abuse us is financial problems. Well, here, every woman you deal with over here got a financial problem. Does that mean she's going to abuse you? No, but that's one of the main factors. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, stress that you're going to put her under. Taking care of you all the time, giving your big ass a bath every damn day. And here she is, 4'11", 100 pounds. You 6'2", 300, because you don't work out, you don't do nothing else. She got to wipe your balls, wipe your ass, and do everything for you, man. That shit gets old, man. Well, really, because they can. They can. Everybody, somebody just said it. Two 60-year-olds can be totally different in emotion and physically. But he said, why would a 70-year-old or 80-year-old American man go to the Philippines? Because they can. I'm just talking about the subject matter of elder abuse. Does men being abused over here? Does men being abused in America, Europe? The WHO says 1 in 6 people 60 years old or older has suffered some form of elder abuse in the past year. Okay, what is elder abuse? What are physical abuse, psychological or emotional abuse, which is the number one reason? Financial abuse, neglect. You've lost your dignity and respect. That's happening to 1 in 6 60-year-olds around the world. 10% of people 65 and older. Man, that's a lot of people, man. For us not to even talk about it, not to even whisper it. It's a lot of damn people. It's the elephant in the room. When you sending money over here, or wherever you sending money to, I'm not picking on the Philippines, don't get me wrong, but I'm in the Philippines. That's financial abuse to the point of financial devastation. You go on Rappi twofold. Guys are losing everything, their life savings. Or they bought into this dream the woman is weaving online. So they start sending money. When they get here, there is no woman. Or when they get here, the woman has squandered the money. Or she's mismanaged it. Well, it's too late. You sold all your land in America. You've quit your job. You've done all that, man. That's financial abuse. He said, my grandmother lived to be 101, outlived her money, and had a sad ending in a nursing home for people of limited means. Sad because she saved for most of her life. You know, a lot of us say we want to live to be that old, right? I had a client in Lexington, Kentucky. She was 95 years old. I wish I could remember her name. But I remember I was going over this when I first started in the insurance business, and I used to go around. I was a debit agent, and I would have to collect the insurance every month. And I went over there and I said, it must be a blessing to be 95 years old. She was like, no. She says, I can't wait for God to call me home. She said, life is horrible. All she did was sit in that chair all day long. She said, all my friends and family, they've already died. I'm here alone by myself. And I never thought about living that long as being a blessing anymore. You know, what are you going to do at that age? But be under somebody else's care, really. Okay? You know, people want to live that long because they're afraid of dying. Well, if you live right now, you won't have to worry about it. But you don't want to live right now. You want to keep putting it off and you're going to say, I'm going to join a marathon when I get 95. Right. That's the way we think. Hey, Lee, what's up? Thanks, brother. Better late than never. He said, keep on pushing, Cal. We riding with you. Thanks, brother. He said, Cal, the great wealth transfer has begun from older Americans to their much younger Filipino partners via their pensions and Social Security payments. The things men do not. The things men do to not be old and alone. Yeah, we put ourselves in jeopardy. Unknowingly, though. Okay, unknowingly. But man, when y'all see this video I made, it's on my members only right now. It'll upload for everybody else in the morning. You know, are we leading men to the promised land in the Philippines or to slaughter? And I think, you know, we can't, when I say we, I'm talking about vloggers, I'm talking about guys who are over here. You know, everybody wants to tell their story. Anybody that's giving information about this place to somebody else, are we painting a rosier picture than what really exists over here? Why do we leave out the challenges that older men face over here? We talk to y'all as if you're 30 or 40 or 50 years younger than what you really are. Why would an 80-year-old man really be interested in where to meet the prettiest Filipinas? But this is the information we put out there. It's crazy, right? What would a 90-year-old man, why would he need that information? I don't know. We're not lying. It's just that a lot of us, not me, because I show y'all my life. That's one of the reasons I let you in, because I knew the Philippines was going to open. But some people are stretching the truth over here, man. I'm sorry, they are. They're not living the lives that they're telling you that you're going to live when you get over here. If you see a man online, a blogger, or anybody talking about where to meet the nicest women, and he doesn't have a woman next to him, I would question that. Or what's better, the rent or own, and you don't, you know, and then you're renting, you don't own, or somebody who hasn't accomplished a damn thing. Why are you listening to these people? Buy your ticket and get over here and come over here yourself. That's the solution. Okay, but I'm just saying, we're going to talk about stuff like this because nobody else seems to want to talk about it. We want to talk about the same stuff over and over, man. Dating and all cost of living and all that stuff. You need to be talking about yourself more. We need to be talking about ourselves more. He said, I experienced that resentment when I was there. You hitting on some deep stuff, Cal. Yeah, it's true, man. Sometimes I promise you, man, I've seen women look at me with that look, man. It's not a look of love. You know, it's like, I wonder what's going through their mind. It's like, I'm tired of bending over backwards for you, motherfucker, you know, whatever it is. Sorry for my language. I'm just saying, that's just to make my point. You know, why couldn't I be born over in America, Europe, or somewhere else? I've been born a man somewhere. Why do I gotta endure all this treatment and all this stuff, you know, just to have a better life? Man, a lot of women think that way over here, man. And they'll get mad at you for it. It's not your fault. So they're looking for you to try, you know, because it's their low self-esteem. They've been dealt a bad hand. You can't spin that away. That's going to be there for their entire life. They're going to have to figure that one out, but they take it out on you. And anybody else, you know. He said, most women get tired of men after years of marriage and vice versa, or being together. Me and my ex got tired of each other. Yeah, somebody said something on this live stream. He said that's the reason why he's single. He said because that's what happened. Most of his relationships started out good, and then they got tired of each other and they broke up. Then he'd do it again and again. He said, but once he saw the pattern, he said, the hell with it. I might as well just be single myself. And then some people are codependent. They can't live by themselves. They need somebody there. I don't give a damn if you're getting along or not. They need somebody there. They want to wake up and drink coffee with somebody. Or they go to the mall and something, you know. It ain't even about sex anymore. They codependent. But I just think we need to talk about stuff that affects us more than that outside stuff. Your time, your health, your money, your mental health, your physical health. You know, we don't do that enough. We think that, you know, these women have some type of special powers. You're running from a woman over there. You say she's the problem, but then you come over here and say the woman is the solution, man. Y'all got me confused. He says, my ex-Filipino was very hard to get along with after we were together during the pandemic. I was still getting paid. She wasn't. Plus, the U.S. gave out stimulus. Our relationship got bad and kind of abusive. I think our relationship has an expiration date. It does anyway, because even if you stay there to the end, one of y'all gonna die. But I think it really does have an emotional expiration date. I think at a certain point, you really stop caring for real. You're like, okay, well, I'm invested, so I might as well stay here, you know, for the kids and everything like that. I mean, I'm too old to start over, and she probably thinking the same way. So you start living together as bosom buddies, you know. But I think um, it has an expiration date. That's why they call it the honeymoon period. Enjoy the damn honeymoon period, man. Alexander says there's some undercover brothers that are bisexual. Be careful. Wrap it up. Yeah, we were talking about that AIDS situation over here before, and this is why a lot of women are being infected, not just here, but around the world. Because, you know, you got hustlers. You got men who are laying down with these gay men for money. Well, the gay man is infected, so then he's infected. Now they take it home, because remember, they're not gay. They're just doing it for the money. They're married and, you know, got families and children and stuff. I was watching a video. There was a foreign guy. They let him into Manila jail. I was watching this yesterday, and he went to the wing where the homosexuals were, and he was talking to them, and they said, yeah, we got boyfriends in here, but they're not really gay. He said they've got wives and they got children on the outside, but in here, I'm his wife. And, you know, that's how the stuff gets spread. He said that's why sleeping around isn't so worth it. Wear protection if you're going to do that. If you don't want to wear protection, stick with just the one person you know you can trust and be loyal. That's good information. He said, what, Dre's going global. What's up? What's happening, Cal? Y'all crazy. But let's get back to the subject. Let's talk about some stuff. Because it's increasing. They're saying that because we're living longer, more older people are going to get abused. The risks are increasing. He said, I heard that women in the Philippines are nurses by nature, are nurturing or nursing by nature, and they do take care of the men they love only if the money keeps coming. Well, I don't know. See, that's the reputation. I bet you can ask some men over here. That's really not the case, guys. You know, you can't paint every woman with that brush. And I think this is the problem. Okay, some of these women, they're just too young. They don't know anything. Their feet isn't wet. They're just trying to get out here and discover the world. You know, a lot of these young women, man, they've had several boyfriends and lovers and stuff because they're curious. They really don't want to be tied down with you like that. I mean, we take it for granted that they do because they're poor. Man, they're still human. They still like to have a good time and laugh and go places. Who wants to sit up in a little small ass condominium in Cebu or Manila somewhere with an old ass man whose time has come and gone? Now, if you're going to be that way, if you're going to be with these young women, man, get yourself in shape. Start eating better. Start exercising. You taking better care of yourself. Give her a life. If she likes to go out dancing with her. She wants to go to the beach and all that stuff. But just to come over here, oh, I'm treated like a king, that shit gets old, man. These women despise you for that. They end up killing your ass. He said men are emotionally abused in the West from birth. Yeah, it's true. But here's the facts right here. It says most elder abuse and neglect takes place at home. It's not strangers doing it. It's somebody you trusted. Okay, and we're trusting people overseas. We meet them online and we think we know them. We can trust them. Man, and trust, man, is stronger than love. But it takes a while, man. You can't trust people. But the three top ways that we get abused: emotional abuse, you know, arguing, putting you down. You ain't nothing, old ass. The only reason I'm with you is because you got a pension. It's what they're thinking, you know. I'd rather have a younger man for real. All that, right? I don't really love you. Financial abuse is second, of course. You know, if it's up to them, they're going to make you spend every damn you got. Because they're trying to spend away that's low self-esteem and just the bad hand that they were dealt, guys. You know, it's not as simple as y'all make it out to be when you come over here. There's so much we don't know about overseas, the place where you're going. And then neglect. They never taking you anywhere. They leaving it up to yourself. Now, they know you can't take care of yourself and your daily activities of living, so they neglect you. You got the same clothes on 3 days in a row. You're not shaving. They're not giving you a shower. You're not feeding you properly. That kind of stuff goes on. He said, my sister just retired. My brother-in-law had a massive stroke. He can't do nothing for himself. She takes care of him. She tells me she never seen this coming. She's dealing with depression. See, that's another reason that they will abuse you. They become depressed, man. They caregiver stress. One woman, you know, she gets a bright idea one day. Okay, I can still have a young man my age and deal with this man because he can't do anything without me. So when I go over here to the grocery store, I'm really going over here to John's house. They'll get a bright idea and then they'll start spending your money together. Okay, that's not the plan though when y'all first get together. Oh, age don't matter, they'll say. But after your ass gets heavy too, they'll be like, well, I didn't sign up for all this. He can't even chew bubble gum by himself. You know, some of us come over here, we're really messed up, man. And these women deserve the money you're giving them, okay, in some cases. But some of you guys show up here, man, you probably should think twice about it or talk to somebody who you trust and say, hey, man, what do you really think? Can I make it over there? Should I go over there? You know, my legs are cut off. I'm in a wheelchair, but other than that, I'm fine. I can do everything else like a normal man, but I ain't got no damn legs. And then a real friend will tell you, you fool, you better stay over here. They're not equipped to take care of you in a wheelchair over there. See, that's what a real friend would tell you. But one of the vloggers would tell you, oh, come on over here, man. They can handle it. 18 to 80, I say. And that's true. That's 100% true. But can you handle it? 18 to 80, blind, crooked, or crazy, somebody's going to love you over here, you know, until they don't love you. He said, damn, I remember you mentioning that, lady. It reminds me of the Green Mile, like a punishment. Yeah, see, if you're like this, he says, I'm more afraid of being unable to accomplish basic body function and hygiene needs than dying. Yeah, when you get to that point, almost like having Lou Gehrig's disease. Some of you guys come over here, it's almost like you got that Lou Gehrig's disease. You can't do shit for yourself. Everything depends on the woman. You can't clean. You can't see. You're shuffling around. You're doing all this stuff, man. You put it on her, man. You become too heavy. And I'm going to tell you, they get tired, man. You see them. You can see it in their eyes. They get tired. He says, Dre's going global. So I first went to the Philippines at age 34. Not to brag, I just up and went because tomorrow is never promised. I may never see retirement. Well, that's what you should do. If you have the, resources, if you got the vacation time, you don't want to lose your job because, they don't play on that hamster wheel. What's up, Cedric? He said, depends on the person's expectations and what he's leaving behind. He would compare Philippines to how he was living before. Well, what do you mean? We're talking about people who are at risk, Angelo. If you got physical problems, mental problems, disabled, you're dependent on other people. Cognitive impairment. You're confused. You can't remember shit. Okay, you're more likely to be taken advantage of. You should be talking to somebody, okay, and saying, hey, should I really be going over here or should I go over there to live? A vacation, yeah. Bring somebody with you. I had a friend. Well, he was not a friend, but, we're associates. My wife and his wife were first cousins. He hired somebody to come over to the Philippines with him because he was 74 when he finally came over here. He hired somebody to come over here with him because he's got a hearing problem too. And he didn't want to miss his flight and everything like that. He wanted somebody to be with him. So he bought somebody with him, which was a good idea. But he didn't come here to live. He came here one time. He'd never been back. He came over so they could do the K1. And they eventually got that accomplished. But you got to be honest with yourself. He said, too many are painting a rosy portrait of the Philippines. That crap is wrong. Yeah, I'm talking about that on my next video. But here's the thing, big dog. What we say and what people hear are two different things. Okay? And I'll leave it at that. I'll let you watch the video. We can't blame it all on the blogger. Do some of these guys stretch the truth? Yeah, they stretch it. Do they paint the rosy picture? Yeah, because they don't realize that they're talking to really the rainbow of people, but my channel is 45 and up. So really the guys who are really sitting on the edge of their seats, the 60s, 70s, 80s. So when they start talking about beautiful women over here, these guys are chomping at the bit. When's the next flight? Not realizing when you get over here, dude, you can't do anything with these women over here, man. You can't do anything with these women over here. Or, like I said, 3 typhoons are headed this way this month. Can you handle that? Are you really prepared for that? I sat through a typhoon before. Man, you don't want to go through that. Everything's shut down. You can't even get money. I can't even remember how I got money. Somebody sent me some money, Jeffrey Taylor. I can't even remember how I got it. I'm trying to think what I did. Because every place was shut down. And if it was open, it was a mile long. The line was a mile long, guys. No water, no electricity. I mean, You, can you really deal with that? Or do you want to deal with that? See, those are the challenges that a lot of us leave out. I don't. I try to tell you about it. But they say, oh, you're negative. They want the sugary stuff, big dog. They want the pretty lie. They don't want the ugly truth. There's challenges over here. Do I love the Philippines? Absolutely. The beautiful nature, man. I'm a beach guy. You know, the people are friendly, we're welcome, but there's some challenges over here. And if you're not in good physical and mental shape and financial shape, you got another thing coming, bruh. He said, that said, I definitely realized I live much better in Canada as far as food, comfort, cleanliness, etc. But here I can say I'm less stressed at least. Yeah, and that's what's important. Because all that comfort and cleanliness and food, they don't do you no good in the graveyard. And they probably serve that same bullshit in every nursing home around the world. Because that's what's going to happen. You're going to be having a damn stroke eating one of them damn sandwiches y'all like to eat over there in Canada. He said, man, your mental game should be on point over here. Physical and financial should be second priority, then boots on the ground. Yeah, we're just saying, hey, come on over. It's a party going on. We don't know who we're talking to for real. And this is why I say you can't blame the vlogger. You can't choose your audience. All we're seeing is a bunch of profiles. Some got pictures, like here's the got a motorcycle. We don't know who we're talking to. The guy might be giving 100% facts about the life he's living over here. But who's these guys in the profile? Are they sitting in a wheelchair? Okay, can they see? Are they blind? Are they deaf? What's the educational level? You know, what is it? We don't know, guys. You know that, though. You're the ones got to figure that out. Should I join the party? Or should I stay on the porch? You got to answer that. Y'all are grown men. But all I'm saying is, the rosy picture that we give about women over here, see, that's a different story. A lot of you guys, you know you're 60, 70, 80 years old. And you see these videos and, you know, they interviewing these young women, nice looking women. And, you know, they're saying, yeah, we don't care what age it is and all that. So you fly over here, man, and then reality slaps you in the face. You can't handle these women, man. RJ says, I'm Filipina, and Pinay's always say they are looking for the 3 M's. In English, older, rich person who dies easily. Be careful, man. Now, see, she can say it. If I say it, they try to drag me over the coals. This is the 4 M, okay, that she's talking about. And she said, this is a Filipina, she says, and Pinays, which are, you know, women Filipinos, always say they are looking for the 4 M's. She says 3, but there's one she's missing. It's actually 4 M's. Older, rich person who dies easily. Yeah, sick. Yeah. Older, rich, sick, who dies easy. But some of you guys, y'all get on my nerves, okay? When you talk about, yeah, she makes sure I take my medication, like she's doing you a favor. If you can't remember to take your medication, how many people have you heard say that? Why do you want to give her that type of credit? That's nothing. You ought to be able to do that. You've been taking the same damn blood pressure medication for 10 years. 3 times a day for 10 years, and you're going to tell me she has to remind you? That's a red flag. She makes sure I take my prescription. I was watching Mike Philippine Retirement about some topic they were discussing. He said, when I get older, When I can't take care of myself, Janet, his wife, would take care of me. That's why I married young. Well, how long is that going to last, though? And she may do it, but is she really going to enjoy it? He'll probably say, yeah, but that's him saying that. Who knows? Maybe she will enjoy it. But how young is she really? I don't know. I think he said he's 68 or 69 or something. So how old is she? But you just better hope you pick the right one. But they're not robots. They're not robots. He said life can be hard on you when everyone that you knew has passed on in the States. So men come here to start over again. And that's a reason why some come. That answers the question of Area 51. He says, why do men 70 and 80 come to the Philippines? I said because they can. Frank says that life can get hard on you when everybody you know in your country has passed on. So you come here to start over. I'm just saying if you come over here, make sure that you're physically and mentally and financially able. That's the only way you're going to enjoy yourself. You want to be independent over here. Okay, you don't want to be dependent on anybody here because you got to keep honest people honest. Rashad says if men dated older Filipinos and put their ego to the side, they'll be fine. Well, I don't know. Remember, they get caregiver stress, older women. They have drug and alcohol problems. All of them got financial problems, okay, and other personal problems, depressed. There's no age. Here's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't matter. Stop putting it on her back. Take care of your damn self, Rashad. You're looking for some woman to take care of you who can't take care of herself. If men dated old people. But no, if men took better care of themselves, ate better, exercised, went to the doctor on a regular basis, why you want to put it all on the woman? A younger Filipino, older. Oh, she's educated, that's not. Has nothing to do with you. She's outside of you. Take better care of your damn self. Then you'll be fine. They take pride in taking care of their men. Yeah, right. That's the rhetoric. I'm living over here. I'm telling you, they get tired. They'll despise your ass after a while. You better be able to take care of yourself and take, make the load lighter on her. If that's the case, not heavier, because it's the opposite. Remember, I tell you that you come over here, you want to take care of somebody. Remember, they get heavy. Why don't we take care of ourselves? Don't that think that better? Isn't that the way nature planned it for you to take care of your damn self? I think this is the problem. This is where the resentment comes in. You start taking care of people. Are they taking care of you? Life is hard enough, man. I got enough problems of my own. My life is complicated enough. So when you start taking care of somebody, it gets heavy. And when she starts taking care of your old ass, it gets heavy. Don't think these women enjoy it, man. They don't enjoy it. It's an obligation, basically. They're saying, okay, he's going to pay me to do it. It's like a job. It ain't something they enjoy. A 20-something-year-old woman wants to be out there on the Facebook, at the mall, at the, shopping and going to the disco and just everything. She don't want to be stuck in a 20 square meter condominium all damn day watching Fox News with your old ass. He said, the breakdown of American family and lack of respect for our elders shall be the downfall of American society. He said, my grandmother lived to be 126 years old. She was a healthy, strong country woman. She died in her sleep. Yeah, and she was blessed, I tell you. But 126, That's old, man. You know. Yeah, that's incredible. I'd like to see her birth certificate. But you know, I'm just messing with you. But you don't want to live that long, okay? Live now. If you want to live, live now. That's the best time to live. However you are, however old you are right now, live now. Don't worry about how long you're going to live. You have no control over that. But how you live, you do have some control. But the woman told me at 95, everybody's gone. Everybody's gone at 95. And the ones that's left, you don't know them. They way down there. You don't even know them. You don't recognize them. Okay? You're alone most of the time. You can have a big family, but when school starts and everybody's got to go to work, you're going to sit your old ass in that chair like that woman did, watching that black and white TV. Might as well have been black and white. I mean, the color TV was so old that the color faded. This woman, everything in her house was old. She was miserable. She was ready to die. He said, facts, Cal. That's why my older brother got to have a woman after his third marriage. When he gonna learn? Yeah. He's codependent. He said, do you guys really believe a Filipino can love an expat like a Filipino man? I seriously doubt it. Well, he's got everything in common with the woman. He's closer to her age. You know, it's just something she's comfortable with. They go into it under an agreement. It's not normal. But y'all won't listen when you say, these relationships over here are not normal. They're normal in our minds only. We make them normal. There's no 80-year-old man, you know, with a 30-year-old woman. Okay, that's not normal. There's nothing normal about that. She knows it's not normal. He knows it's not normal. She's going into it for one reason. I don't know why he's going into it, depending on who he is. Maybe they do want somebody to take care of them. I don't want anybody to take care of me. I can take care of myself, man. I don't want to put anybody, my life in the hands of nobody else but my own. Because nobody loves me the way I love me. Nobody's going to take care of me the way I would take care of me. He said, women in the world are hating on men. This is what scares me. I'm getting a woman who really loves men, or is she just using me for whatever reason is? Well, you're using each other. Love yourself, man. This is the problem, guys. We're looking for love in the wrong places. You'll never know if that woman loves you. Love your damn self, Alexander, man. When are we going to learn this valuable lesson, man? It's really a simple lesson. If you love yourself, you ain't going to give a damn if the woman loves you. I mean, what can a woman do to make you think she loves you? Okay, can somebody answer that? How do you know if a woman loves you? I need somebody to answer that. How do you know? Okay, that's all I'm saying. We always worry about whether a woman loves you or not. She's going to say she loves you. Okay? But if she's only after you for what you got, she's going to do everything to make you think she loves you. But just love yourself, man. That's what you got to do. But we won't love ourselves. We want somebody else to love us. Because we can't love ourselves. We're incapable. The low self-esteem and all that. Love your damn self, man. Worry about these women loving you, man. Take care of yourself. Don't depend on these women to take care of you, man. Don't say I didn't tell you. He said, I've been seeing a lot of foreign men with gay trans lately. They'll justify it, you know, and remember, I'm not a dick watcher, so I don't really care, but if you talk to guys, well, gays can't have babies. They claim that they take better care of a man over here than a woman. I don't know. But I'm not a dick watcher. I don't care where a man sticks his dick. He's probably got more in common with the gay man than the woman. But both of them being men, we can call them trans and gay. They're men with wigs and booty shorts, basically, is all it is. He takes his clothes off, he's a damn man. Jesse James says, I'm independent. I live alone after being divorced after from an 18-year marriage. Two of my friends are not capable of being alone, but I don't mind. Better to be alone than with the wrong person. See, this is what I'm saying. Some people have to be married for 18 years. They're codependent. They have to have somebody there. They can't live by themselves. Okay, but even if you're living with somebody, gentlemen, y'all know this stuff. We're just having a conversation. You better take care of yourself, man. That's how these women poison your ass. Letting them cook your food all the time and taking it for granted. Oh, she loves me. I'm laid back. I'm getting treated like a king. Till one day she wakes up and get tired of your ass and get tired of doing all that extra work. She got to take care of herself. And then she got to take care of you, maybe the kids. You better have some good damn money. Yeah, bosom buddies. No, it was 3 people, wasn't it? Bosom buddies. I thought that was remember the man and 2 women? That wasn't bosom buddies, was it? But that's what you're gonna end up being. It ain't bisexual. He says, I'm good alone. But he said, Unc, been listening to the Unspoken Agreement. Will you be making another volume? You got a real gift. No, that's real plain and simple. And that's what we're entering into. And I wouldn't take it any further than that. But we're over here with 70, 80 years old looking for love. And you at the end now. Can you trust her? That's what you want to be looking for. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's a damn man. But we got to get off of this. I'm looking for a woman who loves me. When is she going to love you? When does that kick in? How long does that take? I mean, when does that happen? We talk like we're still in junior high school. Do you love me? Check yes, I check no. And all that stuff, man. You don't know if anybody loves you or not. I need some water, honey. I'll get you the water. Yeah, give me a water. The big one. Huh? Tell me, give me the big one, yeah. Okay. He says, I'll rent love twice a month. Yeah, a woman truly loves you if she's still doing all the things she do for you with or without getting in return. But there's so many degrees of love. Tita Patata. I love Curly, but I'm not going to marry him. I love my dog out there, but I'm not going to marry him. I love chocolate, but it's not good for me. Okay? Thank you, booby. You never really know if somebody loves you. How can they love you and they don't love themselves? All you got to do is, how you know if they love yourself? Look at the life they're living. Look how they're taking care of themselves. And you'll be able to tell, does she even love herself? Or does he even love himself? But that's not where you look for love. You look for love in here. Okay? What happens when the person dies or leaves you? Yeah, it's all conditionally. You love unconditionally. Let her shut them legs for good. You're going to conditionally be out of there. You're paying them bills and all that so long as she continues to keep those legs open. Yeah, Three's Company. But Bosom Buddies was a show. Get out of here. In or out? Booby's crazy. What's up, Mike? He said, I didn't understand your conversation when I first come on. Now I understand. Preach, brother. Yeah, we're talking about older men traveling overseas being abused. Some of us are being abused. If 1 in 6 older people, 60 and older, around the world are being abused, that means 1 in 6 of us is getting abused. So you go to Dumaguete, you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, he's getting abused. Some kind of way, emotionally, he's being neglected, financial abuse, physical abuse, disrespected. But we'll never really know, because what man is going to stand up and say, yeah, my woman, man, I'm being abused over here? Because you know what? They're going to say, well, go back home. Or go to the authorities or whatever it is. Or do something about it. They said significantly underreported. So that means it's almost never reported. Those numbers are probably wrong. He says, Cal is giving everyone the cold hard truth. The reality is most won't listen. Their Philippine is different. Too many men think all they need is money. Cal is talking about reality here. It's true. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to have is a discussion to bring this stuff up. We need a whole lot more than money over here. I've said that before. I've talked about that before. But they think that's all you need over here to make it. You don't have enough money to spend away that low self-esteem you're going to run into over here in certain circumstances. Okay? That feeling that she was dealt a bad hand at birth, you don't have enough money to spend that away. You got to kind of help her get through to that. Help get through that. Otherwise, man, they go into it despising you, resenting you. For real. Think they really won't wake up and saying, most women want to be, like Booby's 3 years old. She wants to be a princess. Okay, so she probably wants a prince somewhere. Do you think she grows up thinking about, oh, when I get 22, I'm going to be married to a 70-year-old man? Okay, with no teeth, got that old man smell, and I got to give him a bath. At 22, I got to give him a bath. I got to sit there and watch him 24 hours a day. I got to tell him when to take his medication. He's got gout, diabetes. We can't get around. He doesn't like the heat. He can't stand the heat. He doesn't know how to swim. He's forgotten how to swim. We can't go to the beach. I'm embarrassed to take him to the beach. All he wants to do is sit in this condominium all day with the air conditioner on and complain. That gets old, guys, and these women get resentful. And once you heard Marilyn say, once they get to a point where they don't need you anymore, they're gone. That's how you know if they love you or not. When she gets to a position where she don't need you anymore and she sticks around, maybe she does love you. But for the most part, they're gone, man. No, I got to disagree. You'll never know if a woman loves you. Okay? It's not about money. You would just never know. You got to love yourself. And I can say this, though. There's a difference in knowing something. You just feel it in your bones like, yeah. A lot of us, we don't get to the point of seeing them sacrifice for us. Now, do they know we love them? Absolutely. I think it has a lot to do with the sacrifice too. You're not going to sacrifice if you don't love somebody. They're sacrificing very little versus what we're doing. But you still won't know. But I know you know, Frank, if you love yourself. That's the only one you need to be worried about. I'm not worried about some woman loving me, probably doesn't even love herself. But what else I got down here? It says 87.5% of older adults who were victims of financial mistreatment. Oh, no. It says 87.5% of older adults who were victims of financial mistreatment by someone they knew did not report the crime. They didn't want publicity or didn't want to get the person in trouble. See, this is why it's significantly underreported for that reason alone. You can be in denial all you want about she doesn't beat on me, she doesn't neglect me and all that, but financial abuse. Some men leave here financially devastated. They go back home and all they have is their Social Security. How you know? Because I know a guy right now who lives here now. All he's got is Social Security. He came over here filthy, worked his whole life, had land in America, had money. He gave it all away to a woman he's not even married to. The children aren't here. He's financially devastated. But we'll make videos about it. We won't talk about it as elder abuse. Okay? I'm sorry, but it is. Hey, Big Dog, thanks for that super chat. He says, in the beginning, I thought you sugarcoated things a little. You have matured, evolved into a hard fact thrower. You pull no punches. Hey, thank you. Well, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. Most bloggers, when they start out, they just talk about things that they think that you need to talk about. But you're right. I have grown. And if you see a vlogger on here after 4 years, because it'll be 4 years next month, and they're still talking about the same thing, Big Dog, okay, that's a red flag. Okay, that's a bunch of bullshit. I'm glad you said that because, see, a lot of guys accuse me of flip-flopping. I don't. I've evolved. I've grown. I see things from a different perspective now than I did 4 years ago. And who am I that I can't see things from a different angle? And that's what I try to do. But now that the Philippines is open, because the club open, I was like, man, these guys are coming over here. I can't be just telling them the sugary stuff. Let's talk about some challenges too that you're gonna face over here. That's how I've evolved. I wouldn't do you any justice, man, if all I talked about was where to meet the nicest women. Man, some of these guys, that's all their channels are about. They're gonna beat you over the head with that. Okay, now once I get the woman, now what? They can't answer that question. That's all they talk about. Where to find the women, older or younger, which is better? It's cringy, man, really, because you're making these women, you're objectifying these women, and I've been guilty of that. But you grow, you evolve, and you say, man, I got to tell both sides of the story. You know, I've got 5 daughters. I better start telling people the real nitty gritty, how to really protect yourself when you come here. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you could understand that. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm growing. Don't follow somebody still talking that same bullshit years later. Or can't admit that they were wrong about something. Yardy says, if you're not in good physical shape, don't get on that plane. That's my advice. I saw too many broken down foreigners that were barely making it. Thank you. But I'm not going to go that far. I'm going to say, talk to somebody in your family. Somebody you can trust. Say, hey, man, you know, I'm like all other men, except I don't have any legs or whatever. They cut my arms off. or I can't see, but everything else, I'm just like everybody else, then they're going to tell you, man, you sure? If you thought this all the way through, how you going to get around it? You got anybody that you can trust to put that ATM card in that ATM machine and get the proper amount of money, or do the Zoom or whatever it is? See, trust, man, you got to trust people. And this is the big problem right here. We don't really trust people. We letting people into our lives, and they're letting us into theirs. Okay? That we don't know. We don't trust them. We think we can trust them because, you know, they lay down with us the first night. No. But I'm really just trying to have conversations with grown men because y'all know more than me. A lot of you guys are much more intelligent than me. I just bring up the topics and then kind of share them with everybody, but I don't know any more than y'all know for real. You know, I don't want to give that impression that I'm the smartest man in the room or nothing like that. I just want to have a conversation and get some feedback, and then I can go back and think, oh man, he was right about that. Hey, Delta Dog, thanks for that super chat. He said, just showing a little support to my favorite blogger. Thanks for all the wisdom. I truly appreciate what you do, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate your support. If we can stop one guy from coming over here and turning his wheel and his life over to the care of a Filipino, we've done our job. If we can just say, hey, guys, come over here, take care of yourself. Help her to take care of herself. You know, let it be a win-win situation. Then I've done my job. But what we're doing, we're turning our wheel and our lives over to the care of a woman who can't take care of herself. You don't want to do that. She's trying to get better. She's climbing up the mountain. Okay, she's going like this. It's going to be a hard trip with you on her back. But we just buying into this, oh, they treat you like a king bullshit. That's where the problems start. Hey, thanks, Tobias Michaels. Thanks for that super chat. He said, Peace Cal from IT Park in Cebu City. Wow. Now, somebody said something about IT Park the other day. He said he heard a vlogger say that's where the stunners are, right? Yeah, but they're not looking at you. They're not looking at us. We better stick to the tried and true method of the dating site. Because women are looking at Filipino men. But yeah, guys, we need to stand on our own 2 feet over here. Fuck that treat me like a king stuff. You know, and she's going to take care of me and make sure I take my prescriptions when I need to. Now, you need to take your prescriptions when you need. You ought to know by now when to take your prescriptions. They praise women for that. Man, we done lost our minds, man. That's the way, because I asked the guy, I said, how do you know she loves? Oh, she makes sure I take my prescription when I'm supposed to. Like, you big dummy, you're incapable of that? Man, y'all make me laugh sometimes. He said, well, Cal, you are very intelligent, brother. A lot of issues you talk about dealing with Filipino women has saved me a lot of money and heartache. Yeah, I'm just telling you my experiences because they're not unique for real. When you come over here, after a while, what time you travel, you're going to say, okay, I see what Cal is talking about. If you dealt with women, okay, I'll give you a perfect example. When I say the first relationship's not going to work out, people don't believe me when I say that because they met the woman, oh, she's everything I thought she was. But it's not going to work out, guys. I don't know why, but it's not. I try to give you my reasons why. It's just based on my experience. Then I started talking to people. The very first person I asked that was John. And, you know, it shocked me because John said, you're right. I think it was 7 women he went through before he found Janessa. somebody that he trusted and that he really liked. With the other ones, it was one thing or the other. Or maybe it was him. Whatever it was. That's the kind of information I give out based on what I'm seeing, I'm living, I'm experiencing. So when I talk about elder abuse, I see it over here. I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to put anybody on blast. But just like Yardy said, if you're not physically able to come over here, man, I would think twice about it. He said don't do it. I'm not going to go that far. I'm saying I would play that tape all the way through. Okay? I'm going to play that tape all the way through. Because you don't want to be dependent on anybody over here. But, hey, Lawrence, thanks for that super sticker. He says, TJ says, I'm on a bus to Nagoya Station. That's right, you are in Japan, right? It came with the hotel fare, and everyone else is a CN national, Chinese national, coming from the outlet mall. Let me tell you, they're breaking every rule of JP public transportation. I saw you, man. You lost a lot of weight, TJ, man. What are you doing? Your girlfriend posted something. On her Facebook, and I think y'all were at that amusement park or something, and you were kind of walking a little bit in front of her. I was like, damn, look at TJ. He lost a lot of weight. Thomas said, you're not afraid to share your mistakes, Cal. That's one thing I appreciate about your channel. Yeah, and one of the reasons I do that, I want to get out in front of that, because that's what people, when they troll you and stalk you, they're looking for your mistakes so they can point them out to everybody. But if you just say, I'm just a regular guy like everybody else, what better way to do that than say, hey, I make mistakes too. I want people to be able to relate to me. Otherwise, man, what am I doing on here? If I'm going to be way up here all the time, man, I'm going to fly over everybody. I got to get down the mud with everybody else because that's where I come from, man. I come from the mud. And a lot of people that watch my channel can understand that. I come from the mud. He said, what up, Cal? And family, if you've been watching Cal, he keeps it gritty. He has put the puzzle together for many, the good, the bad, and the ugly, money, health, and common sense. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to do. I learn more on these live streams than y'all do because of these comments and stuff over here. But Big Dog said it best, man. I have grown, man. I have grown. I'm not flip-flopping. I'm not above looking at things from a different angle. I'm certainly not above being wrong. Okay? But it's all about growth. I wouldn't want to listen to somebody who's talking about the same thing every week or every day. And where to meet the best Filipinos. And you don't even have a Filipino besides you. See, I question stuff like that. Matter of fact, you haven't accomplished anything over here, but you're the expert on the Philippines. I want to see somebody who rises, who falls, who maintains, do something, man. He says, hey, Cal, my boyfriend's been wondering, how did you survive change of food diet from the U.S. to the Philippines? He's been constipated now, very sick with fever. Yeah, I think that has to do with that dateline, man. That's not going to last long. But it has nothing to do with the food. It has to do with that travel. Somebody said the air on the plane may have something to do with it. But yeah, that happens when you get over here. And I tell people that I'm either constipated or I have those cold-like symptoms. But the longer I come over here, the less I experience that. But you tell him don't panic. Okay, get him some, no, he can't blame the rice. for constipation. It's not that. It's that long plane ride over here. Okay, those planes aren't the cleanest, most sanitary form of transportation. It might be the safest, but he's going to be okay. He's right where he should be. When guys tell me they don't experience any of that, then I kind of question it. But yeah, but what I would do is get him a laxative. What laxative is that? I forgot what they have over here. Dolamax, one of them. And he's going to be okay. And maybe, what's that other one for y'all for cold symptoms? And then wash his hands everywhere he goes. Get some sanitizer. TJ, what's up? He said, by the way, I got a little bottle of something for the 27th. We're still planning for 30 people, but let me know if it looks higher. Well, a lot of people are saying they're coming. But yeah, you know, there's something's for everybody else. I think Angelo drinks. It'll be enough people there. 53 Shades Darker, you know he drinks. He said, I'm a single kind of guy. I've never been single in the Philippines. I've never been single. But that's why I can tell you the benefits of being single, because I can tell it to you from somebody from the point of not ever being single, if that makes sense. I can tell you the struggles of being in a relationship. Okay, being in a committed relationship. Because over here it's committed. Okay, there's no stronger word for it than that. I mean, they're going everywhere you go. You can't go anywhere. They're gonna think you're up to something. I don't know, but they just do. He says, you gotta drink a ton of water too. That's right. Thank you for that. He's right. It's harder. A little coffee is how I get over constipation. It's a diuretic. That's true. I don't drink coffee otherwise. Thank you for this. Yeah, but he's right where he needs to be. Tell your boyfriend don't panic. But it's not the food. Because there's good food here. You can go to some good restaurants here, and I'm pretty sure you're probably cooking good food for him. But it's not the food. It's that trip over here. I've never not made that trip and didn't have constipation. If I was somehow able to not get constipation, I'd get them damn cold symptoms. And that's worse for me. He said, do you ever regret not being single in the fields? Yeah, I did. I did before, not now. It's a whole deal. I'm older now, but yeah, when I was younger, of course. But I'm older now, and you know, I got Booby here, man. You know, Booby is really my reason, man. You know, other than just, you know, wanting to thrive in life and everything, Booby is really my motivation, man. You know, that's why I tell you guys, you know, I'm older for having a child, but sometimes it could be good. But that's one of the reasons I haven't left to go back home. I just can't imagine not being here for her. I do not want her to ever be mistreated. That's the only way I would get in trouble over here. See, I don't play that stuff. I'm going to tell Booby and I've got 3 Filipino children. I'm going to tell them everything that I need to tell them. You're never less than, okay? And everything like that. I want to be the shoulder that they cry on when it comes to that. But you're damn right. Yeah, I regret it because there's a lot of places I haven't seen. And I'm not going to be able to see them not right now. Now, Friday, you know, we're all going to the beach. You know, we'll probably stay a week or so. Okay, she says he's been drinking tons of water and a cup of coffee daily. Yeah, but don't put any sugar in there. How long's he been here? But remember, take that pill. What's that? Maryland sleep. I think it's Dolcamax, that laxative. He said, speaking of airplanes, I heard they're looking into detachable cabins. When planes have engine failure, the captain pushes a button and the cabin part unlocks with a parachute carrying passengers to safety. Man, that would be something, but hell, you're way up there. Is that even possible? I guess it is possible. You know, hell, if you could send a damn robot to Mars. He said, apples are a good laxative. Yeah, they're full of fiber. But one thing I wrote on here too, guys, is how to avoid being abused. Let's get back to this a little bit. Be careful moving to the provinces or remote areas. It makes it easier to isolate you from help and support. Because believe it or not, some women over here want you to depend solely on them. They don't want you to have friends or anything like that, any type of support on the outside. It doesn't mean they're going to mistreat you, but they want 100% control of you. And I kind of experienced that recently. Yeah, see, he loves sugar. See, that might be the problem. But yeah, I kind of ran into that recently. I went over a guy's house, and man, they wouldn't even let me see him. I'm like, wow. I just want to say hi to the man. He's shut off. He said the 4th of July is Philippine and American Day. Parties everywhere. It used to be a federal holiday. Now it's just a festival. Yeah, I'm going over to a friend's house on July 4th. Matter of fact, I took a friend my grill today. We're going to grill out over his house. A few expats and, and our girlfriends and families, I guess. Have a good time. But it used to be a federal holiday here because July 4th was the Independence Day here. But the Philippines said, no, we're going to choose our own Independence Day. America tried to slap that July 4th on them too. And they said, no, that's okay. We're going to choose June the 12th. He said, real talk, then you have the family all over you. Wait. Yeah, wait on that province. Like, yeah, they'll try to get you in that province, man. It just makes it easier to isolate you and to control you. I just don't want to, I want to be somewhere where I can speak my language. Because Filipinos do not speak English, man. They can, but they don't. If you're in that province, man, they're going to speak their English. I'm talking about my own house. They don't speak English in here. They speak Visayan. That's what they speak. Only time, they'll ask me, Calvin, what you want for dinner? Or something like that. Or did you eat yet? It's very little English spoken in my house. But I don't care. I'm just saying that when you go out to, but I can go somewhere and speak English to people here in St. Carlos City. I've got friends here. But if I'm in the province, I've got nobody. I got to hear that stuff, going around in my head like a bowl of spaghetti, man, drive you nuts. He said they know the competition is real over here. It is, man. It is. And, you're the golden goose. They don't want to give that away. They don't even want to take a chance on that. That's why, was it last year or year before, when the Philippines first opened up, I had a woman message me. She was angry with me because she said, yeah, my boyfriend watches your channel, and she said they sat there and watched when I said, when you go online, meet 3 or 4 women, right? And she got mad at me for telling him that. But guess how I shut her up? I said, because y'all do it. So why can't we do it? She didn't say nothing. I said, you know good and well you were talking to 3 or 4 men when you met him. He probably was just the first one that made it over here. He said, do they do fireworks in the Philippines? Yeah, we had it was Charter Day Monday, which is Founders Day here. They have it every year, July 1st. And I mean, big concert, it's a big festival. I'm talking about they have a firework display that rivals anything I've seen in the States. Right here in St. Carlos City. I mean, big, major fireworks. You probably can go on YouTube and put Charter Day fireworks. Yeah, I would, even though I live with a woman, I'm self-supporting, man. I'm independent. I can take care of myself. You know, if we do take a shower together, that's by choice. Okay, but I do pay a woman to wash my clothes because, you know, I could do that. But I don't know if I can't take care of myself. I better be married. She better have some skins in the game or I'm going home. I'm going to the assisted living. I'm going to go somewhere where my um, insurance is going to help me. But guys, I'm going to have to get off of here. I want to thank y'all so much for your super chat, super stickers, all your thumbs up. Look for my video coming up. If you're a member, it's already on there. Are we leading men to the promised land in the Philippines or to the slaughter? And you know, we're just talking about, I'm mainly saying, come over here and see things for yourself, guys, because a lot of times we do paint a rosy picture over here. We leave out the challenges. Okay? And remember, we're talking to everybody. Even though it's the 60, 70, 80-year-olds who are chomping at the bit and hanging on every word we say. Because it's one thing to say something, for a blogger to say something, but it's not the same thing that this audience is hearing. Y'all heard Mike say he came over here. He thought the women were going to be lined up at the airport with flowers and stuff like that. He really believed it. Mike is not stupid. Mike is very successful in Canada. He lives where Angelo lives. He's got a very successful accounting company, you know, agency. He was, you know, he had big money, man. You know, he was staying in a $100,000 per month condo in Cebu. But that's what he heard. And it ended up being the slaughter for him. Some woman he ended up paying the damn security guard $8,000 for bringing him a woman there, and then the woman ended up stealing money out of his wallet. And you know, he went home. He'll probably never come back to the Philippines. But thanks, Mr. Ringo, for that super chat. He says they wouldn't let you see him because they were afraid you might talk sense into him. I believe that's it. I believe they're afraid that I may say something to sway him, like, and wake him up, man. Man, wake up. But whatever it was, they didn't let me see him. But I'll be amongst friends tomorrow. We'll have a good time, man, because OG Fred sent me a real grill. And OG Fred, he messaged me today too. He said, I'm just checking in, see if you're okay. But anybody wants to know, Fred just doesn't want to come online anymore because, you know, people are stupid, man. He probably got attacked or something. Somebody probably said something stupid to him. But he sent us a real grill with the heavy grates, the real heavy grill. We're going to go over there and everything. So take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. I'll see y'all next time. Don't do anything stupid. All right? can you hand me the bottle of water?